Joining us now is Diane Renaud. She is the Executive Director and CEO of the St. Vincent and Sarah Fischer Center, one of 300 charities and nonprofits supported on the Shared Detroit platform. Joining us now on the Michigan Megacast. Diane, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Tyler. I appreciate it.
Appreciate having you on as well. And so first off, just tell us a little bit of information on the St. Vincent and Sarah Fischer Center and its history and some of the programs it provides.
Well, we are actually one of Southeastern Michigan's oldest organizations. We've been around for 178 years. And we originally started as St. Vincent's Academy in 1844 in downtown Detroit, which is where the Millender Center now sits. And many people knew us as the orphanage that was out in Farmington Hills for many years, but we evolve as the needs of the community have changed. And so right now we are located in Northwest Detroit. We return to Detroit, and we provide free educational programs for low-income and at-risk children and adults.
So what are some of those programs and resources that are being provided to children and adults by your organization?
Well, one of the things that we have done is we did an analysis many years ago, about 15 years ago, where we determined that one of the best ways to really help people, to really help families, is to get them the stability that they need through education so that they can obtain employment that not only that they can keep a job, but they can actually support a family. And so first, starting with the children, we work with them in after school and summer programs to give them the one-on-one support that they don't necessarily get in overcrowded classrooms, and to help them make sure that they are at grade level as they continue through their education. And then we also work with adults 18 and older to obtain their GED, to get them into not just getting their GED, that's the step, but the end game is to get them to vocational training, higher education, getting them into a job that is sustainable so that they can support their family, get health care for their family. And so we have a variety of services that support those two programs.
Diane, the COVID-19 pandemic had a significant effect on so many nonprofits and so many of their services in a number of different ways. For yours, that focuses so much on education and, as you said, that one-on-one support. How did the pandemic impact your operations and your resources and programs, and how did you and your organization work around that?
Yes, everybody's been through it for the last few years. We were very fortunate in that just prior to the pandemic happening, we had added an online component for both our children and our adult programs. So the first 2 weeks of the pandemic in 2020, the first thing we did, because we do have, a social work aspect, first thing we did was we contacted everybody to make sure that they understood what the pandemic was about, and that they understood what the impact was going to be. The next step was we reached out to several hundred of our students and made sure that they had materials and identified who may need computer support. So we were able to pivot very quickly when a lot of other educational programs were shutting down for the summer and trying to figure out how to create a hybrid. We actually opened up enrollment within the first week of April. And as a result, we absolutely exploded. And one of the big things, obviously, the digital divide, especially in Detroit, is very real. So we distributed hundreds of laptops and hotspots and tablets to try and get as many people online as possible. But then in addition to that, for those that didn't have those resources or that we couldn't get resources to, we literally delivered books and materials and science kits for the kids and things to make sure that their learning did not stop because of the pandemic and that they could actually take advantage of the downtime. So we received enormous amounts of referrals, and we literally exploded. We had to add staff. We had to add service lines. So it was a real growth opportunity for the center.
We're joined by Diane Renaud, the Executive Director and the CEO of the St. Vincent and Sarah Fischer Center, joining us on the Michigan Megacast. They are one of nearly 300 charities and nonprofits supported on the Share Detroit platform. A couple of different places that you can find more information online about this organization. One is at their website, svsfcenter.org. That's svsfcenter.org. Or, of course, by going to sharedetroit.org, where they and 299 other charities and nonprofits are found on their website under Find Nonprofits. They now have 300 charities and nonprofits in the Metro Detroit area, including the St. Vincent and Sarah Fischer Center as well. And so you had mentioned that you are in a new location. I looked on your website. I've done some research into your search, and you finally found what you've called your magic unicorn. Tell us about the new location and why this location is so exciting for the future of your organization and providing those services that you provide.
Yeah, it's a thrilling time in our history. So there's several reasons why this is exciting. So the first reason is, in our entire 178-year history, we have always been a tenant. We've never actually owned our own building. And so to be able to diversify our portfolio and have this as an asset where we control our future is super exciting. That's number one. Number two, we are tripling our space, which is really exciting because it's really going to be able to help us to expand our programs, expand the services that we provide to the community, and increase the numbers that we reach. So right now, we are located in Northwest Detroit. We are going to be moving. Our magic unicorn we found is actually on the east side on Gratiot between 7 Mile and State Fair.
We're joined by Diane Renaud. She is the Executive Director and CEO of the St. Vincent and Sarah Fischer Center, located in Detroit. More information can be found in a couple different places. ShareDetroit.org, where you'll find more info under the Find a Nonprofit section. You can find more info about the center as well as 299 other charities and nonprofits, or by going directly to their website, svsfcenter.org. That's svsfcenter.org. For more information directly from the website of the St. Vincent and Sarah Fischer Center, where you can find more information. And some of that information you can find is how you can sign up for some of these programs. So Diane, beyond the online program sign up information, if someone would like to go about sign up for these programs, what should they be expecting? What sort of documents do they need to provide, or other steps do they need to take if they or someone they know is in need of some of these programs and services?
It's very simple. For adults 18 years older, we simply need a state-issued ID. And for children, we need the guardians to provide information, provide releases. It's very simple. They can either go to our website or they can call us at 313-535-9200. And essentially what happens is we talk every single student through what to expect on the program, what their needs are, trying to make sure that we're meeting their needs and that we're the right program for them. We do an assessment for every single student, and every student receives their own personalized learning plan. The key difference, Tyler, to our program is that everybody works at their own pace. It is not a classroom where somebody stands up and lectures. Whether it's the children's program or the adult program, it is very tailored and customized to what the individual needs and what their goals are.
Not only do these programs take significant resources and investment from the organization, they also take a significant investment in time from individuals. What sort of volunteer opportunities are there through your organization that may be available to those interested in helping your organization and its mission going forward?
A great question. Absolutely the first thing that we need are tutors. Because our programs are one-on-one, the more tutors we have, the more volunteers that we have to tutor, the more people that we can serve. And whether you want to work with children, you work with adults, we do training. So people don't have to, be concerned, I've never tutored, I don't know how to go about it. We give everybody the tools that they need and we walk them through it. We mentor them through it. But there's also a wide variety of other ways that people can volunteer with the center. It's if they want to do administrative stuff, if they want to help out in the office, if they want to help with our gardening, if they want to come and teach a specialized class. If you have a special skill, like a, science experiment or something that you want to share with the kids for our STEM program, things like that. Everybody has something that they can contribute. And our job is to work with that individual and find out what that skill is and what they want to offer and find the best way to utilize it. So we welcome every inquiry about volunteering.
We're joined by Diane Renaud, the Executive Director and CEO of the St. Vincent and Sarah Fischer Center, joining us on the Michigan Megacast. More information can be found on svsfcenter.org. That's svsfcenter.org, or by visiting sharedetroit.org as well. Diane, beyond the volunteer opportunities that are available, what are some other ways that people can support your organization at this time that would be really helpful to continuing its mission and, of course, continuing these great programs?
Obviously donations are a key thing, especially with purchasing a new building, and we're in the process of doing some preliminary renovations, and so we're can never have enough money to go around, so that's one way. Another thing too is just advocacy of the importance of education for both our kids and our adults, especially because workforce development has become such a key area. So we are always looking for people who are willing to help us get out and spread the word and market the importance of these programs.
Diane, thank you very much for joining us and giving us some more insight into the programs through the St. Vincent and Sarah Fischer Center, and of course, announcing that exciting news of your new location as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, Tyler. And I'd like to say thank you to Share Detroit for getting us involved in this as well.